All right. Make sure we have audio working and we'll be good to go. Give me one moment. All right. Should be good to go, I guess. Hi, everybody. Whoever's watching this. We're going to be doing a little bit something different. This has been getting done most of the time that I've been trying to get to a work on it. But I figured I sit here and talk on what's going to be coming up for 2024, aka some new things I want to get to do on this channel and all our stuff. I'm going to tune in 20 minutes. All right. But yeah, hello everybody. My name is Superman Mario 18. If you're new, welcome. We are going to be going over some of the discussions of what's going to be going on with not only this channel, but I plan to do other things for the art channel that I've got too, and so on. But I was going to talk to you guys mostly about content on the way that I'm making it now has kind of been going downhill. And reason being, which I know I tend to edit my videos and I know I don't have a schedule and I want to work on that. But the thing is, I want to get more variety instead of just playing one game or even doing like gaming in general. Because I know that's been mostly what my channel has been all about. If you have been like an OG sub, I have been doing YouTube for at least since like 9 years. I started on the 10th of January of 2015. So it's been quite the ride. So back to what I was kind of saying on this. Content that I'm kind of looking for. I still want to do gaming, but I want to play like other games because if you know me, I used to play what was it, Minecraft back in the day when I started the channel until I got into what was it? I think Rocket League it was. But then that started going downhill, and I've heard all other creators that have been doing Rocket League content, they've just decided to not play the game anymore, which makes sense. So, you're funny. All right, but anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about other things I want to like kind of get into the channel. Like I want to bring back challenge videos so badly, but the hard part about it is the people that I can tend to do it with. I've just been so busy throughout their lives, like so much things that tend to go on. So that's why I was thinking, I'm like, I want to try to at least get somewhere back up there to where it was like the good old times, and then also still do content in the process of like switching it up a little bit. So I want to bring back challenge videos. I want to bring back more gaming variety besides just playing Fall Guys because that's been my game I've been playing ever since. If you are wondering, yes, I am still currently on the road to 9,000, and I just had, I think, what was it, 8,600 yesterday. So I've been playing it quite a lot. The new Mario versus Donkey Kong Remastered, I've been playing that too. And I was going to tell you guys about this. Nintendo games, I really want to stream too. Because if you don't know, I've got this little thing right here. You don't know what this is? Elgato Capture Card HD60S. Works pretty well with very good quality on any game you tend to play. So this is what I would tend to do most of my videos and streams, but here's the problem with this. I remember when I tested this at my old place, not the one that I was at before, but the previous one, like my house that I used to live in. Well, my dad's house is what I would say. So there was a situation when I tend to use this to try to stream content, and for some reason, there was a setting where I set it to public and it was streaming on private. So I don't know how I could tend to fix that. If any of you guys are kind of geniuses out there, let me know. But I really want to get back into making content with this thing because it'll really help out, kind of boost up my channel for more variety. Because I will not lie, like Fall Guys is a great game, but it's like there's some things that I was going to say about it because I know people have been talking about like what is it? Well, before I move on from that, I'm going to continue with this. So all the other games that I played on my Switch or like previous consoles of Nintendo, like such as the Wii U, yeah, the Wii U and the Switch, these can definitely be streamed on this. It would just be very time consuming, but I really want to get into it this year instead of just holding it off for another 6 months. Because I keep telling myself it's like it's time I get involved in this and trying to get it figured out because I actually measured how long of an HDMI cord because you got this part right here for the output, and then right here there should be like a couple few plugins. This is, I believe, the input to where you actually have to plug it in from your laptop, so that way you can operate. Because there's a program on this you get with it. So, and I have like all the other accessories in this basket that I always keep on me at all times in this desk. By the way, I was gonna tell you guys, how do you like my new apartment that I ended up buying? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's been really good. I have been also still looking forward to somewhere that I'm planning to work. I have looked into a lot of places, so I'm still waiting to hear back from them. But yeah, anyways, back to what I was saying on this. So I measured how long I'm gonna need the output cord to reach in because this is supposed to be plugging into the back of my TV whenever I want to use this. It's gonna at least be like 20 or 30 feet long because my TV, and I kid you not, is like way yonder over there. Like I think you could even see it from back there, but that is like how far of a cord I'm gonna need to do that. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about and trying to make sure that whenever I get a chance to, whenever I have time, I'm going to have my dad help me out with this because I'll put it this way. He's more of the tech geek than kind of me because he's been working with a lot of software compared to me. But I mean, I can handle some of it, probably not all of this, but we love, we learn. So, but yeah, I do want to get into streaming content on this. And besides just using like my PlayStation 4, which I know a lot of people saying, oh, get PS5 and all that. There are some games out there that have been good and some that have been decent, but it's like I just have not thought about it because I still have my VR headset, and I know if I'm correct about this, because hear me out. I believe there was a second PlayStation VR that was going to be out, or if it's already been out, I'm a boomer, but I was going to say I'm pretty sure I need to get that in order to play VR games if it operates in the PlayStation 5. So you guys will need to tell me about that. Also, another thing, if I do remember correctly, they do not work with external hard drives. So you try to plug it into your PS5, it's just like, oh, nope, that's not going to be accepted. So it's tough luck. But yeah. Yeah, so what I was saying was I wanted to at least get a video out on this whole stuff, but the whole entire time when I've been like kind of busy, mostly trying to work for other things in mind, and barely have that much time to sit down and make recordings of like updates, I figured I'd just chat with you guys and let you know what's going on so that way I can just get it all in my system. But yeah. So, like I said, I want to get back into recording on this thing like I used to. However, when I used to live in the old place, not the house, but my apartment, this was not operating that well because of the Wi-Fi. So I'm looking forward into doing something else that I can tend to figure out for this. But yeah. So, like I was saying, another thing that I was going to talk about, because I know that I tend to play a lot of Fall Guys, but where the video's been, like dubs of the week, I know I tend to usually post those like every single week whenever I can. I'm not going to lie, because I have been noticing people haven't been watching them that much or haven't been interested when I tend to drop them. I am going to say this right now. I am tending to actually postpone those for whenever I can get like any more variety into the game. Because I'll put it this way. I've got a video that should be coming up. I don't know what time when. I'm hopefully going to say like next week. But my good old buddy TNT, he challenged me to win a game without diving in Fall Guys. And it actually wasn't that bad. It probably only took me like 6 attempts. But that will be a video along the way. But like I said, the main reason why I'm tending to tell you guys about this is because I want to start getting back into streaming on this thing. So that way I can actually tend to actually have more variety of content instead of just playing Fall Guys 24/7 or any other games that I can't tend to stream. So that's why I was going to say, like, dubs of the week, I'm going to hold off on making those because 10s because of, what was it? Yeah, I'm going to hold off on making those. Like, they're still going to be out once in a while whenever I can make them. And honestly, there still hasn't been that much new stuff to the game. So I'm just going to wait till like a new pass comes out until there's like more variety that I can tend to make more. But yeah, anyways, so back to this. This is mainly the reason why I've not been posting content is because I've been still trying to figure out the programming to this thing on how I can actually tend it to work. But I was going to say, I know how it works. I'm not that tech stupid, but at the same time, I have to figure out how long of a cord I'm going to need for the output to measure that to the TV, and also for other streaming purposes of how I can actually get this thing to stream publicly. So that way I can actually stream other games besides Fall Guys or like any other PlayStation games, because that's what I tend to usually stream on. So, yeah. Anyways, second thing that I was going to talk about was my update of my life. So, if you're wondering, I'm currently still by myself. I don't have a problem with it. However, I have been still looking forward to trying to get my butt back out and getting employed somewhere. I did work for a company called Fortune Fish and Gourmet. It was a little bit interesting because I'm not going to go too far depth into it, but mostly imagine yourself in a 45-degree warehouse. It's cold as shit, and you're mostly lifting heavy boxes of like meat and products, because it's basically like a meat and a seafood warehouse that we tend to like take products, put them in boxes, ship them out to people who order them, and mostly for customers that were online and all that. I gave it like 4 days and just was like, yeah, after, because of their hours were confusing, I would say that, because mostly Mondays and Thursdays they said tend to be their busiest days. So I had to stay till like 7 at night when I started working like 10 a.m. And my back was killing me after that. So I was like, I just can't tend to do it that much anymore. So I'm hopefully trying to get somewhere, at least. Mostly what I'm looking for, hear me out on this. I'm looking for somewhere that's at least paying $18 an hour or more. I'm mostly looking for Monday through Friday scheduling. If I can't do that, then I can do like Tuesday through Saturday. I will not work Sundays though, because Sundays I tend to have most of the stuff planned for like family or other things, and since this too, but still. And then the other thing is like kind of flexible scheduling, because I said the earliest that I would tend to work, if it be around this area where I'm currently in, would be 9 o'clock in the morning. My body will refuse to work at 8 o'clock in the morning unless it's needed. But at the same time, it's like I cannot tend to do stuff like that, or else it's gonna really mess with my mind. So, but yeah, mostly what I was going to tell you guys about is I'm just trying to make sure that this channel is going in a different direction in a positive way. So basically, I still want to tend to do content, and I still want to tend to make sure that it's not the same content as it was before. I want to get variety. That's mostly what this is about. So, yeah. Crab Murray. Well, I mean, I might be playing Fall Guys later tonight. You never know. But yeah. Anyways, most of the games I have been playing, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I was going to talk to you guys about that. That remake, phenomenal. There is a little bit of an issue with the hitboxes, but it tends to be still working in the finest. I'd say probably my most recent level that I tended to get a really hard struggle on was 3, 4 plus. Like, if you don't know, I'm going to say a spoiler for right now in this game if you haven't heard about it. But Mario vs. Donkey Kong is a remastered of the Game Boy Advance game. There were technically 6 worlds in the main game, along with the plus 6 worlds that were the same of like what you go through. In the Switch version, there are 8 worlds. So there's 2 new worlds. I think there's Merry Miniland, which is supposed to be like a carnival festival kind of theme, and the other one, which is I tend to hate the most, Slippery Summit. And I'm gonna tell you why I hate that that world, which is World 6, I believe, in Switch. So I was playing last night, and it was the 6+ of Slippery Summit. So after you beat the pre-game of all the 8 worlds and fight Donkey Kong the 9th time, there's a bonus part to the game to where it's like, instead of working to get the key to the door of Mario, you have to escort a miniature Mario, like a mini Mario robot, to the key door without having Mario touch enemies or the mini Mario touching enemies. Because the mini Mario, if he touches one thing, then he's done. So, and I was going to say, the other thing about those levels, they are one section instead of 2. So they're shorter levels, but they are really more challenging. Like, I kid you not, I had to literally look up on 3, 4+ on how to get like a miniature Mario to stay at the bottom, because he would always jump on a spring to go to the top. And I'm like, how do I do it? So there are technically new levels in the game and new worlds, but at the same time, my most frustrating moment with that game had to be the 6+ boss fight against DK. I was going to say that boss fight was so fucking terrible. Because I'll put it this way. It's ice theme, if you're wondering. And when you slide on ice, you tend to lose your momentum a little bit. The hardest part about it is there's icicles that sit on the top of the map when you're fighting DK, because he's having to chuck barrels that are spiky, so you can't grab those. He ends to throw barrels that are just regular, so you can lift them up and then chuck them at DK. The hardest part about it is if you touch one single icicle, it's instant death. That is my most hated game, most hated level that I tended to play so far. I kid you not. If I tended to stream that, you guys probably would see me lose like maybe 20 lives on that one. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Tariq? But yeah, that's mostly what I tended to what was it? Have a struggle on when I was playing the game. Speaking of other Nintendo Switch games, I want to stream Mario RPG. I know the one thing the pain in the ass is going to be is 2 things. Doing 100 super jumps, because if I mess up once, you got to start all over. And the QX rematch. I played against that boss in the refight, and I kid you not, his health is literally 10,000 HP. And the most BS part about it is at the beginning, he drains every member in your party that you have equipped. So saying you have to have Mario equipped at all times. Then you have either Mallow or Geno. Everybody who's in equipped to your party besides Peach and Bowser, because they're sitting out until like one of them end up getting down and you can't revive them. They drain them all to 1 HP. And there's 2 attacks that he tends to do, which are insta-kill. One for the entire team that's literally unblockable. And the second one that you can block, but if you miss it, your team member goes down. So it is very, very interesting. But I think if I really put a lot of time into the game, which I haven't been anymore, because honestly, I just played against like mostly all the refights except for QLX. And I kid you not, that one is going to be by far the worst. I would have to say another refight that was so difficult was Punchinello. And also the Bellum boss fight too. I was going to say Jonathan Jones is also kind of difficult, but there's a tech strategy to that. So anyways. So yeah, that's why I was mostly making this stream video, I guess you can call it all that. But I was going to say, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget, leave a like, subscribe to new, and be a part of the Superman Squad. It really helps out. I was going to say, we are only 2 subs away, actually, from 700. And I do have a video planned for that whenever that tends to come up. Because you know me, every 50 subscriber milestone that we tend to do on the channel, I tend to give shout-outs to people who have their subs as public. So basically what I mean by that is, hold on a second. I got to get a drink. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Anyways, so what I mean by this is for every 50 subscriber milestone that the channel tends to reach, I tend to do shoutouts for new subscribers who are new to the channel and have their subscriber when they subscribe set to public, because that way I'll be able to see that you actually subbed to the channel. If you have it set to private, that means I'm not going to be able to see it. So it's going to be kind of hard to read when I go through all the new subscribers and seeing like who actually subbed and who didn't. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that's what we tend to do. We give shoutouts to the new 50 subs after a milestone, and we will tend to continue to do this until probably I say maybe 1,000, whenever that happens. This is what I'm hoping, and mark my words, I think we can do it if I really put a lot of effort into it. I want to try to at least hit 1,000 subs before my 10-year anniversary. So we got a long way we can go. So I started this channel January 10th, 2015. And it's currently February 18th of 2024. So 9 years. That's crazy. So but yeah, mostly what I was trying to say about it is when there's like a new sub goal that's reached, so once we get to like 1,000, I might up it a little bit, but it will have to see what happens. So yeah. Anyways, I don't know if most people are tending to watch the stream anymore, because I know I'm boring, I guess. I don't know. But at the same time, I mean, it's not that bad. What I was going to also tell you about is I have been also working on some edits for other people. So mostly, if you don't know, the buddy of mine named, I believe, Lordzilla or something like that. On Twitch, he tends to stream, so I do recommend you check him out, because I mostly edit a lot of his content for him, and I try to make sure that I get it up as soon as I can, because I'm currently working on what was it, Fall Guys video for him that he tended to want to do, and it's just like, yeah, I see you play this game quite a lot. Show me your moves, I guess, and I'm like, all right, we can do it. So, but yeah, I'm editing that video for him. I also have a couple other ones going along the way. I mean, I've got he recently streamed Among Us, so I'm going to be playing edit that, and then also I think a Valorant one too, which that was one of the games I wanted to play so badly, but it's not on PS4, and I'm so upset about it. So yeah, there's the downside of that one. All right. Anyways, I don't think I tend to see that much people tuning in that much anymore, so I think I might probably call it. But ladies and gentlemen, I figured I'd just get this out here. I want to try to get content that's new, content that makes sure it gets more and more around the channel, so not the same old shit, keep it at a different. However, videos will still be up. I'm going to try to make sure I edit as much as I can. And I want to also make sure that I tend to keep myself on a good editing schedule and also a good uploading schedule. So, yeah. So, anyways, that's going to be all for this. And I hope you guys understand that content's difficult when you tend to grow up. But at the same time, it's like, if you really want to strive for it, go for it. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all for this. So I do appreciate for you guys stopping by. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel and do want to see more content, make sure you leave a like, sub to the channel, and be a part of the Superman Squad. Really helps out a lot. Anyways, I know this stream has been kind of short, but at the same time, I barely have that much time to tend to sit down and talk to make videos unless I just do something short, or if I'm like really editing something like that. So yeah, you'll understand. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later. You guys take care, stay safe, have an awesome day, night. Watch a movie, I guess, if you're into that, or play games like I tend to do. But yeah, that's all. So yeah, peace, I guess.